In this video, we're going to be flying international business class with Air Canada.
This is absolutely amazing.
Leaving from Toronto, Canada and heading to Delhi, India, we're going to be experiencing the Maple Leaf Lounge
Very fancy.
and the full business class experience of Air Canada's Boeing 777.
They give you slippers.
In order to get the most out of this flight, I played with every single aspect that I could of the business class experience.
I'm actually so excited for this.
Not only that, but we only paid about a quarter what you'd expect to pay if you booked the flight conventionally. Keep watching to find out how. This was the most comfortable experience I've ever had on a plane. So we loaded up the car and headed out to the airport. After check-in, we made our way to the Maple Leaf Lounge. The lounge itself is so much nicer than Pearson's standard business class lounge.
They have showers.
It had a much more relaxed and cozy atmosphere, and there's so much complimentary food and drink. And the help yourself drinks bar seems like the right, maybe the wrong kind of person could definitely abuse the access to this much alcohol. Once the flight was almost ready for boarding, we left the Maple Leaf Lounge and we headed down to the gate through some sort of art exhibit. And because we had business class tickets, we boarded pretty much straight away. The first thing you really notice when you get to the business class seat is the amount of space that you have. This is the little compartment thing that I'm got. There's so much leg room. Okay, it's a little bit tricky to see, but there's plenty of leg room, trust me. But look how much space you have. Just all of this space here to just put stuff. I can stretch out and not be in anyone's way whatsoever. That's pretty cool. On your seat when you arrive, there's a blanket, a pillow, and a bottom sheet. So as soon as you go on, as soon as you're boarded even, it hands out everyone a little menu card, champagnes, wines and cocktails, a little signature class service. Everyone also gets a little amenities kit.
Ooh.
What?
Aqua de Palma.
It's a brand, apparently it's a fancy brand. Like that. Pair of socks. Little lens cleaner. Hand cream. Little Air Canada dental kit. Foam earplugs. Slippers. So this side control panel controls the seat settings and light settings. A whole heap of these light settings and stuff. Cool. Little reading light too. A nice little addition. We're changing it to a flat bed or keeping it sitting upright. As well as adjusting all the aspects of the seat, including the backrest and footrest. Massage feature. Look at that. And in bed mode, it can even choose the density of the mattress. I mean, that's the way to fly, isn't it? This is the most comfortable I've ever been on a flight, ever. This is absolutely amazing. I'm so looking forward to the flight. I can't believe I'm so stupid. Also, I'm gonna have to put this up before we actually take off because I've been fiddling around with this thing like absolute crazy. There's also like a bunch of like little storage things. And then in here you've got a little controller for all of your movies and stuff. Charging ports, headphone ports, and they even give you a pair of headphones. And this actually closes. There's a gap under there, so if you need to have like your cable sticking out, that works too. The table's on like some sort of little rail system as well, which sort of comes down and towards you as well. And there's one adjustable armrest. Cool. Plus it seems like every single one of them is sort of facing away. You're sort of boxed in as well, so that you've got a little bit more privacy. I like it. I mean, look at that leg room. There's like kind of a little platform down there too for you to put your feet right up onto. And then you can get nice and comfy. Huge, great big screen TV. Fantastic. Hang on. So it turns out this little controller here is a handset. How cool is that? The controller works as a remote, and it also works as a mini gaming station, as well as a remote control for games that you can play on the TV. Before we'd even taken off, the flight attendants brought around complimentary wine. So let me tell you quickly how we managed to do this for certain credit cards, certain number of points, a certain amount of money per month.
A certain amount of money. We accumulated enough points to get an
Here's what we get.
All the lights turned off.
when I tried to explain it on the day, it didn't really make a lot of sense. So I'm gonna try and make it clear this time. Okay, there were a lot of certains in there, and it was really confusing. The credit card I'm referring to is an Airplan points card, which there are quite a lot of them, so depending on which card you get, you'll be offered a different amount of points. And even within a single card, you may be offered different amounts of points based on whatever deal that card is currently offering. For example, the one that I have, we were only offered 50,000 points, but when I was on the plane looking at the exact same card advertisement, it was 90,000. So yeah, kind of messed up big time there. Either way, after accumulating these points, we managed to fully pay off an economy class ticket all the way to India. So we only had to pay for one economy class ticket. And the plan originally was for us to just both fly economy. But here's where it gets interesting. On the morning of the flight, when we were doing our online check-in, we were offered a business class upgrade for $1,300 each. Which means that if we both took that, we could both fly business and get the Maple Leaf Lounge for $3,800. Which, even on its best of days, a business class ticket would cost you $3,800 for one person one way. And on the day that we decided to fly, it would have cost us $14,600. Even if we'd have booked it on the best possible day to go business, we were still only paying half price. And on the day that we wanted to fly, we were paying a quarter of the price. So I would say that was a pretty darn good deal. Anyway, back to the video.
Here's where things get a little bit more complicated.
Shortly after takeoff, they brought around hot towels for everyone. Now, I haven't seen this in economy for like 15 to 20 years or so. So it was quite a nice touch.
Refreshing.
There were a huge selection of TV shows, movies, and even video games to pick from. It's officially taken off now. 15 hours-ish until we reach India. For now though, watch James Bond movie. Not long after, flight attendants came around and started setting the tables for dinner. While they were getting ready, they offered everyone hot nuts and a drink of your choice. Naturally, I chose champagne.
Champagne! Champagne for everyone!
Little salt pepper shakers. A fine selection of breads as well. Thank you. Garlic bread, and I don't know what this is. Also, real knives, forks, and spoons is definitely a nice touch instead of using little plastic. I'm gonna assume we're gonna need these two. They do this in the films. I like it. Any idea what it is?
The hummus with the asparagus.
Bougie with the silverware. That was just the appetizer. And that was already better than most of this airplane food that you're likely to get, so pleasantly surprised. Shortly after that was the main course, and I got chicken biryani. Now I have a fairly high spice tolerance, but this... So they got dessert options out, got lavender coconut cake. So, we have a quick restroom review. It's a little bit bigger than your regular economy ones. They also have a couple of little fancy hand cream, hand lotion and things. Gives you a little bit more space to work with. Which is kind of nice. It is a bit cleaner than the regular one. I can't see anything out of it right now, but there's actually a window in here. I'm pretty sure this thing up in the wall is actually an air freshener, which is a good nice touch. It's the little things that make the difference, I guess. Now, since it was getting pretty late, it was time to test out the bed. So that's me now set up for a nice snooze. It's going to be headphones back on so that I'm noise cancelled, but that's incredibly comfortable considering I'm on an airplane right now. I think this is like being able to lie flat to sleep more comfortably is just an absolute must-have when it comes to air travel. Anyway, good night.
One business class flight sleep later.
So in total, I think I had about 6 hours sleep, which I know isn't necessarily a lot, but it was a lot for an airplane sleep. And I really wanted to spend as much time as I could awake on this flight to really get the benefit of it. So the video games in the handset were pretty easy to use. But trying to play things like Angry Birds using the handset controller, watching it on the big screen, was a little bit tricky. The amount of space that you actually have is really, really cool. Like down here in the footwell, actually to get a better impression of it.
So this is the footwell. The shelf there, that's where your feet go when you're lying flat on your bed. And then when this part of the bed comes up, it's then in line perfectly with the footrest side. It would be weird, but you probably could put your head up this end.
It does actually seem a little bit quieter.
Bit claustrophobic though.
At this stage of the flight, we were kind of over the Himalayas. Not wanting to sleep, I decided to watch Jurassic Park. Total classic. Okay, so trying not to disturb anyone, I decided to get under the blankets, put the light on. I'm pretty sure everyone's still asleep. It's like the equivalent in Toronto of like 5 o'clock in the morning. I think the local time is getting pretty late though, because it's dark outside again now. We've got about 2 more hours left of the flight. I think we're scheduled to land at like 10 o'clock at night or something in Delhi. Their time, not our time. This is so cool. I'm literally in a little blanket cave right now. Despite how tired I look, I've actually never slept better on a plane ever before. I only want to travel business from now on if I ever have to do a long haul. An hour and 23 minutes left of the flight, and they just brought all the cabin lights back up again. I guess that means that they're ready to serve breakfast. Looks like for breakfast we're having fresh cut fruit, always winner, and looks like oatmeal with pumpkin seeds and coconut. Thank you. The food served in business class is just incomparable to everything that you get in economy. I've had quite a bit of airplane food. So far, this is just unmatched by any. This is possibly the best experience I've ever had on a plane, and it was a 16-hour flight that too, so I really got the time to appreciate and enjoy the entire thing. Having said that though, I think it's going to be difficult for me to transition from this going back into economy. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and stick around for more, because now it's time for my India vlogs.